Now we take up more examples of alternating series. In example 6.2.3 part B, the series that is given is sigma minus 1 to the power n plus 1 into n upon n plus 1. Here we will show that limit of the nth term of the series is not 0. So please recall we have already done nth term test or necessary condition for convergence of a series जिसमें हमने कहा था if a series is convergent, then limit of the nth term must be 0. So what we'll do, we'll show that the limit of the nth term here is not 0 and hence the series will not be convergent or the series is divergent. So what is the nth term? The nth term we call un is minus 1 to the power n plus 1 into n upon n plus 1. So remember, we are not talking about the term without the sign. Nth term here is along with the sign, जो पूरी की पूरी nth term है जिसमें sign भी आपको include करना है. So call this minus 1 to the power n plus 1 to be an and n upon n plus 1 to be bn. Then un is an into bn. We will show that limit of un is not 0 and hence the series will not be convergent or the series will be divergent. So Bn is n upon n plus 1 and limit of n upon n plus 1 is 1 and an is minus 1 to the power n plus 1. We know that this sequence is not convergent. Suppose limit of un is 0, then by algebra of limits, limit of un by bn, which is limit of un upon limit of bn, which is 0 upon 1. So limit of un by bn should also be 0. But what is un by bn? Un is an into bn, so un by bn is an. So that means we get limit of an as 0. But this is a contradiction because the sequence an is not convergent. So that means our assumption is incorrect and that means limit of un cannot be 0. And if the limit of the nth term is not 0, then the series is not convergent or the series is divergent. So you have to write by nth term test or necessary condition for convergence of a series. Now let's first see part D of this example. In part D, it is similar to the first part. The series is sigma minus 1 to the power n plus 1 upon n square. So in first part it was n here in the denominator, here it is n square in the denominator, and the solution is exactly on the same lines. We call an to be 1 by n square. So an, remember, is that part of the nth term which is without the sign. We remove the sign, so this minus 1 to the power n plus 1 we don't consider, and the rest of the part is an. So an is 1 by n square and limit of an is limit of 1 by n square, which is 0, and an plus 1 is 1 by n plus 1 whole square. Since n plus 1 whole square is greater than n square, so reciprocal, that is 1 by n plus 1 whole square will be less than 1 by n square, and 1 by n square is an. So we have found that an plus 1 is less than an and limit of an is 0. That is an is decreasing and limit of an is 0. So by alternating series test, this given series is convergent. In part C, to apply Leibniz test, we first see what is an. The series is sigma minus 1 to the power n into n e to the power minus n. So an again is the part without the sign. So an is n e to the power minus n, and limit of an is limit of n e to the power minus n, which is limit of n by e to the power n, and this limit is 0 by L'Hopital's rule. Now the part that remains to be shown is that an is decreasing, for which we'll define a function f on the interval 1 infinity so that the function takes the value an when x is n, that is f of n is an. तो जैसे हम इंटीग्रल टेस्ट में करते थे, we replace n by x and we find the function fx. So fx is x e to the power minus x for x greater than equal to 1. So we'll show that f is decreasing, which will give us that an is decreasing. So f को decreasing दिखाने के लिए we will use first derivative test. we'll show that the sign of the first derivative is less than equal to 0, which will give us that the function is decreasing. So the derivative f dash x is e to the power minus x e to the power minus x by product rule. That is taking e to the power minus x common, so e to the power minus x into 1 minus x. Now as x is greater than equal to 1, so 1 minus x is less than 0, less than equal to 0. So 1 minus x less than equal to 0, this is a positive quantity, so the product is less than equal to 0. That means f dash is less than equal to 0 on 1 infinity, and so f is decreasing. And if f is decreasing, that means f of n plus 1, because n plus 1 is greater than n, so f of n plus 1 will be less than equal to f of n, because the function is decreasing. And but f of n plus 1 is nothing but an plus 1. F of n is nothing but an, so we get an plus 1 less than equal to an, and hence we get an is decreasing. So we have an is decreasing, limit of an is 0, and therefore by Leibniz test or alternating series test, the given series is convergent. Now corollary 6.2.3 says that under the hypothesis of alternating series test, what is the hypothesis of our alternating series test? The hypothesis is that an plus 1 is less than equal to an and limit of an is 0, then the series, alternating series is convergent. So अगर ये conditions true हैं, तो corollary says that distance between S and Sn is the sum of the series, S is the sum of the series, sigma minus 1 to the power n plus 1 an, and Sn is the nth term of the sequence of partial sums. So Sn और S के बीच में जो difference है उसका modulus is less than equal to an plus 1. What is an plus 1? This is the positive part of the n plus 1th term of the series. So पहले हम इसका यूजेज देखते हैं और फिर उसके बाद इसका प्रूफ करेंगे. सो इसका यूजेज एग्जाम्पल डी जो हमने अभी किया था, सिग्मा माइनस 1 टू द पावर n प्लस 1 बाय n स्क्वायर, उसी एग्जाम्पल का फर्दर पार्ट है. गिवन दैट दिस S99, so here S99 yani n is 99, S99 is given to be approximately 0.82251, this whole number. You have to find an approximate value of S. So clearly इसमें हमें A100 भी पता है, n पता चल गया तो हमें पता है कि S99 ये है और हमें A100 यहाँ पर जो कॉरलरी का स्टेटमेंट है उसमें an+1 यानी A100 को यूज करना है. व्हाट इज A100? A100 इज फॉर एनी n, an is 1 by n square, so A100 will be 1 by 100 square यानी 10 to the power minus 4. So that means we will get that mod S minus S99 will be less than equal to A100. So two things are given and we have to find the approximate value of the third quantity in this inequality. So see, the inequality only tells us कि S और S99 के बीच में जो difference है वो RHS से less than equal to है. That means S और S99 के बीच में यानी S minus this number जो already given है is less than equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Now this 10 to the power minus 4 is nothing but 0.0001, right? दैट मीन्स जो s और इस नंबर के बीच में है उसमें जो डिफरेंस है वो 1 2 3 4 यहाँ तक सेम है और उसके बाद जो चेंज होगा वो इस क्वांटिटी में होगा. यानी s हम इसको कह सकते हैं s जो है अप्रोक्सीमेटली यही नंबर है, पर जो अगर हम इसको अप्रोक्सीमेटली यही नंबर कहेंगे तो यहाँ पहली 4 डिजिट्स तो सेम है क्योंकि इनके बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है वो, इनके बीच में जो डिफरेंस है वो 0.00100001 से कम है, यानी ये वाली सारी डिजिट सेम है. जो डिफरेंस है वो यहाँ से आना शुरू होगा, यानी हम कह सकते हैं s इसी के बराबर है, पर देयर विल बी एन एरर विच विल बी लेस दैन 0.00001. right? That is an error which is less than जो fifth digit से आएगा, with an error less than 10 to the power minus 4. So this is what we say that is an approximate value of S with the help of corollary. So अब इसको prove करते हैं. Now let us see the proof of the corollary 6.2.3 जिसमें हमें given है Leibniz theorem की conditions. S is the sum of the series and Sn is the nth term of sequence of partial sums और हमें दिखाना है mod S minus Sn is less than equal to an plus 1 for all n. So we have to reach here where we have to show for any k, n की बजाय अगर हम k ले लें तो we have to show mod S minus Sk is less than equal to ak plus 1. इसके लिए हमें लेबनिज थ्योरम के कंडीशंस के कारण ऑलरेडी पता है, लेबनिज टेस्ट की कंडीशन के कारण ऑलरेडी पता है कि S2n is monotonically increasing and S2n minus 1 is monotonically decreasing और दोनों कन्वर्ज करते हैं टू द सम ऑफ द सीरीज S. नाउ कोई भी इंक्रीजिंग सीक्वेंस जो है वो अपने सुप्रीमम को कन्वर्ज करती है, यानी S is the supremum of S2n यानी अपर बाउंड यानी S2n is less than equal to S. सिमिलरली जो डिक्रीजिंग सीक्वेंस है वो अपने ग्रेटेस्ट लोअर बाउंड यानी इन्फिमम यानी S is going to be infimum of this sequence यानी S is less than equal to S2m minus 1. So this statement is true for all n and m. In particular अगर हम m की वैल्यू n plus 1 पुट करते हैं तो the statement will change to S2n less than equal to S less than equal to, so 2n plus 1 यानी 2n plus 2 minus 1 यानी 2n plus 1. So we look at this statement. From this statement we get two things. सबसे पहले तो हमें पता यहाँ से मिलता है as S is greater than equal to S2n यानी S minus S2n will be non-negative. So we get S minus S2n is greater than equal to 0. Further, क्योंकि S is less than equal to S2n plus 1, so S minus S2n will be less than equal to S2n plus 1 minus S2n. तो यानी इस सेकेंड पार्ट से हमें मिलता है S minus S2n less than equal to S2n plus 1 minus S2n by subtracting 2n from both the sides. Now S2n plus 1 minus S2n is ये है आपका सीक्वेंस ऑफ पार्शियल सम्स का 2n plus 1th टर्म यानी 2n plus 1 टर्म्स का सम और ये है 2n टर्म्स का सम. So first 2n terms will get cancelled and you will be left with 2n plus 1th term जो कि odd term है तो उसका sign positive है. So right hand side is a 2n plus 1. Similarly दोबारा से जब हम 1 को यूज करेंगे अब इस वाले पार्ट ऑफ द इनइक्वालिटी को तो हमें मिलेगा S2m minus 1 minus S is non-negative, right? And also क्योंकि S S2m से बड़ा है so minus S is less than equal to minus S2m plus 1. So add S2m minus 1 to both the sides. So you will get S2m minus 1 minus S is less than equal to S2m minus 1 minus S2m यानी ये S2m minus 1 minus S is less than equal to S2m minus 1 minus S2m. Again, if you look at this, S2m is this expression and S2m minus 1 is this expression. So when we subtract S2m from S2m minus 1, we are left with A2m. So this difference is A2m. So from here we get S2m minus 1 minus S is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to A2m. Number this as 3. Now take k to be any natural number. There are two possibilities. Either k is even or k is odd. When k is even, take k to be 2n and then mod s minus sk will be mod s minus s2n. So here when we talk about mod s minus s2n, already s minus s2n is non-negative. So this modulus is simply s minus s2n. And from 2, s minus s2n is less than equal to a 2n plus 1. And a 2n plus 1, 2n is k, so a 2n plus 1 is a k plus 1. So here जब k even है, we have got s minus sk mod is less than equal to ak plus 1. Let us see the case when k is odd. When k is odd, k is 2m minus 1. So mod s minus sk is mod s minus s2m minus 1, right? But from the third inequality, mod s minus s2m minus 1 is nothing but s2m minus 1 minus s. क्यों? क्योंकि s2m minus 1 minus s is non-negative. So when you take the modulus here, it becomes s2m minus 1 minus s. And s2m minus 1 minus s is less than equal to a2m. Put the value, so a2m. So put the value of 2m. K is 2m minus 1, so 2m is k plus 1. So this is a2m, that is this is a k plus 1. So again we have got that mod s minus sk is less than equal to a k plus 1. So for any k in n, be it even, be it odd, we are getting mod s minus sk is less than equal to a k plus 1, which proves the corollary.